Welcome in to the stew, the summer stew. We are under review. That rhymed.
We are here with episode 25.
25.
Recording
episodes.
the day after July 4th. I hope everyone enjoyed some fireworks yesterday, some good old-fashioned American food, some burgers and hot dogs, and then I hope everyone enjoyed the Nathan's hot dog eating competition, which we will touch on for a brief moment in the upcoming minutes.
Yes, we will.
Joseph.
Just like you saw fireworks yesterday, you will hear fireworks today, as you always do here at Under Review. Before we get started with the stat, I want to just say really quickly, we have exciting news. We're making t-shirts, some Under Review t-shirts. These are going to be really good quality brand, Comfort Colors, that's the brand.
None of this Hanes garbage. It's not going to be an undershirt with our logo slapped on it.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good brand, cool shirt. We'll get pics out. We're going to have a Google Forms that comes out that's going to say, you're going to say how many you want, what sizes, and your Venmo. And then we'll get all that taken care of.
That'll be on the story of the Instagram, so you just click on it and just fill it out.
Yeah, the goal is to get as many
simple.
shirts as we can before we can put that order in. So if y'all could fill out the form saying you want shirts, that would be fantastic for everyone. And we'll get that out. And y'all, it'll be out by the time
This episode drops,
episode airs.
so you'll understand what we're talking about.
Yeah, so go look us up. Go look the form up right now, or text me or Nick, DM us on Instagram. Anything, we'll get you the form even if you can't find it. It will be on Instagram though, and then you can text us if you can't find it. Let's get started with the stat of the week, shall we? Brought to you by Pat Penn, realtor in Lufkin, Texas. He has taken over the city of Lufkin, and I know my family's used him a few times before, buying and selling houses, and he's fantastic at what he does. He works pretty much anywhere in East Texas, so if you're there, look him up.
He runs it.
He runs the town.
He runs the East.
He does run the East. That is a really good way of putting it. He runs the East, and so yeah, look him up. He's sponsoring the stat. The stat of the week is in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest yesterday. Today's Tuesday. Yesterday.
Which would have been Monday.
Yes, would have been Monday, the 4th of July. Your boy, Joey Chestnut, won yet again.
The unspoken champion.
15 out of the last 17 years, he has been your champion in the hot dog eating contest. And it's safe to say he'll probably add like 10 or 15 more
Before he
championships
retires.
before he either explodes or retires.
Yes.
And that is your stat, brought to you by Pat Penn.
Your player of the week, obviously, Joey Chestnut. Okay, American icon, American legend. I think, and I will die on this hill, that he is the second greatest American athlete of all time. It goes Michael Phelps, Joey Chestnut, everyone else. He ate 63 hot dogs and buns yesterday, had one broken leg, and took down one protester. So, this is being equated to the Jordan flu game because he came in on crutches, can barely stand. And then in the middle of the competition, some protester gets up there. And then Joey Chestnut obviously has to assert his dominance, puts him in a headlock, throws him on the ground, goes right back to eating hot dogs, and of course wins it because he's a beast.
It was pretty impressive.
And
it was American is what it was.
with eating 63 hot dogs and buns yesterday, he ate more hot dogs yesterday than the Jaguars have wins in the last 13 seasons combined. If that's not atrocious, I don't know what is.
Nick, have you ever seen a
Sorry,
Jaguars fan?
fans, but that's just the truth.
Have you ever seen a Jaguars fan?
I've not. I've seen them on TV.
I don't think they're real.
Like whenever you're watching obviously you're not watching the game for the Jaguars, you're watching the game for the team playing the Jaguars. But like I see them on TV, but I've never seen one in real life.
I still think that they're employees getting paid to sit there. I really don't think
Hey,
the
sign
Jags
me
have
up.
any fans.
I'll get paid to.
And if you're a
watch
Jags
a football
fan,
game.
that's sad.
That's
I feel
atrocious.
sorry for you. But hey, maybe this year, you know what? We're gonna come out with a bold predictions episode next week. Tune into that. We'll have more to say.
That's
on
when
the
we
Jags.
can talk about the Jaguars.
This episode, congrats to Joey Chestnut. By the
I
way.
also, in light of the Jaguars, Twitter is so fun because they will just give you these random stats. Okay, apparently, this is via maybe a not credible source, but if it's true, it's hilarious.
Okay.
India spent less money getting to the moon than the Jaguars did on Christian Kirk. It took them like
Jaguars really overpaid
It took them
Christian
like
Kirk,
70
guys.
million apparently to get to the moon. Obviously, I don't know if that's true. This is like
I mean,
loosely credible, but still, if that's true, that's hilarious.
bottom line, they spent way too much money on Christian Kirk. I think he got 3 years, $84 million. That's a lot for
He's
a number
worth
3
maybe half that.
But hey, we love him. It's an Aggie right there. Just hey, get your bag.
I was gonna say he's getting his bag. Okay, obviously
support him.
he's figured something else out.
But this show is going to be a lot of fun. This is a best at
Discussing best at position.
NFL edition, and we'll be giving you best at quarterback, running back, tight end, wide receiver, and then on defense we're going to do best pass rusher and best secondary
Like
player,
coverage player.
basically pass defender. And so we're going to give our takes on who we think this season is going to be best at those positions. It's going to be fun, going to be controversial. Probably some
Obviously, we
disagreements,
give you our opinions.
which are fact.
facts.
Okay, and there will probably be some disagreement on this one. Obviously, we can't predict the future, but this is who we think
Yes.
is going to be good. So, hey, let's just kick it off. Nick, best quarterback 2022 NFL season.
Mine. See, this might be I don't want to say hot take, but maybe a pick that no one else would choose. Or not a lot of people are going to choose because you have your obvious answer. People are going to say Patrick Mahomes. People are going to say Josh Allen. I feel like some people will also say Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to go with none of those three. Justin Herbert. That is who I am picking for the best quarterback
Nick's a little biased on
in
Justin.
the upcoming season. I am very
It was
biased.
his
I
fantasy
absolutely
quarterback.
love Justin
He was
Herbert.
his fantasy quarterback.
Yes, and what did that bring me? A championship. You brought it up. I didn't
but
bring it up.
That's
You
why
brought
you're
it up.
biased. That's why you're saying Justin Herbert because
He was a stud in his first season, and then he only got better last year. And obviously, he's getting all the same weapons that he had last year.
plus
and
some
he's
more. I think he's gonna-
yeah, and he's getting some more, and he's only getting better. Like the arm talent is absolutely insane. It seems like every week he's surprising you with some amazing feat. He has such a strong arm that like it's absolutely insane. He can sling the ball downfield. He's insanely accurate. I think he's going to be the best quarterback this season.
You know what I
And
would like to see.
with their build, with the way they've built their defense, that just makes the Chargers just a force to be reckoned with as a whole.
They were your pick to win the division, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I mean they are going to be good. Obviously that division's a toss up, but
It could go four ways.
yeah. You know what I would like to see though is a competition between Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Justin Herbert on who can throw the furthest because I think that'd be really entertaining.
Like they used to do, in like the early
The
2000s
skills challenge?
where they would literally
Yeah,
just
get-
line them up and have them just chunk it down the field.
Get rid of the Pro Bowl and let's just do skills competitions because I'd love to see that.
Or make it like a 7-on-7 or something.
tournament.
Because like, dude, it's so boring. It is so boring.
Yeah, they've got to
I
scrap
had
it.
more fun watching Micah dust everybody in the fastest man challenge
Or the dodgeball game
or the dodgeball game.
in which our boy
Trayvon came out to play.
and Justin Jeff.
That's right, baby.
But my quarterback, I'm gonna tell you who it's not gonna be first. It's not gonna be Aaron Rodgers. All right. So
Oh,
can we
absolutely
just-
not.
Can we just stop talking about Aaron Rodgers? He is the reason his team is gonna stink this year, and he's got it coming.
Yeah, have fun
But-
with your zero weapons on offense.
Exactly. My quarterback is going to be Josh
Dak.
Allen.
Just kidding.
Yeah, definitely not Dak. I'm going with Josh because I think Josh is best set up because he's obviously Justin could be it too. I'm not taking that away. Obviously, Joe Burrow just got a better offensive line. So there are so many quarterbacks that are going to be better this year. I think the best is going to be Josh because he didn't lose anyone. In fact, I think he gained a few weapons on offense. His offensive line's still there, and then he's very experienced, and he's got kind of a chip on his shoulder this year because he can't get past Patty Mahomes in the playoffs, and I think he's just going to be trying to clear his name and just put himself up there. The Bills also keep falling from expectations. I think they're going to try to overcome that this year. I like Josh Allen as the best
I
quarterback.
think I'm a Josh Allen fan. I always he's a good guy. I want to see him succeed. Obviously, like you said, he's getting like all of his weapons back, kind of the same scenario as
Yeah.
Justin Herbert. I feel like Josh Allen is a good pick. He'll definitely be top 3 at the least
Yeah.
next year. Also, he's a threat with his legs too, so he's a disgusting dual
he's
threat
huge.
quarterback. Yeah, so he can absolutely truck you.
So that's our quarterback picks. Not a whole lot. I mean, like with quarterback, it could really go a lot of different ways. I wouldn't be surprised to see like Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Tom Brady. Like obviously, it's not going to be a shock if Tom's back up there.
Yeah, he's been in the runnings for the past 50 years.
Yeah,
literally ever
and
since
he
he
will
could
be
walk.
in the next 15 years as well. So let's move on.
Move on to running back. Joseph, who is your top running
Dude,
back?
you know who I'm going with.
The king?
The King,
Mm-hmm.
Derrick Henry. Give me some Derrick Henry. That man can literally carry a team on his back. An entire team, like while he's running to the end zone.
He's going to have to with Ryan Tannehill at quarterback.
Yes, that is another thing. He carries like his team on his back as well. And he's the only reason the Titans are ever good because everyone's focused on Derrick Henry. He'll have another 2,000 rushing yard year, and he will hopefully come to me in my fantasy draft again.
He's just an absolute unit. Like, it's impossible to tackle him. He's enormous, and then his arm can throw people 13 feet. My pick for the best running back, Christian McCaffrey. Bounce back season, baby.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I think he's dirty. Okay,
He's great. He's just never available.
See, when he's I totally agree with that. He has some injury struggles he's had some injury struggles in the past, that's for sure. I know that personally because I picked him for fantasy last year and he failed me and I was so frustrated, but it didn't matter. We're going to move past that because Joseph doesn't like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think that Christian McCaffrey is going to bounce back. He's obviously the only player on his team, kind of the same scenario as Derrick Henry,
Except the Panthers are way worse.
Yeah, he has to absolutely carry his team. But I think his speed and his pass catching ability is what is going to set him apart from the rest. And I think Christian McCaffrey is due up for his phenomenal season.
Yeah, I mean that's a good take. I don't see that happening, but you if that's who you feel, you go with it. I just don't think McCaffrey is gonna ever come back from his.
Yeah,
he's just always injured. Like he comes back and he just gets injured again.
I always liked Christian McCaffrey.
I love Christian McCaffrey,
but he just needs to stay healthy. He's made of glass.
He
is
literally
the problem.
is. And running backs, it never gets better because you
take
hit.
so many hits, even when you're not running the ball. Like when you're pass blocking, you gotta hit a linebacker, you gotta hit a defensive tackle who's like twice your size. So, unfortunately, if he can't stay healthy, obviously this pick is in the garbage. But if he stays healthy, he's going to be absolutely lethal.
Yeah, when he's out there, he's great. Let's move on. Tight end, Nick. Who you got?
Obviously, this is kind of a safety blanket pick, but I don't care. I'm going to say it anyway. Mark Andrews. He is obviously the best and only receiver on his team. His hands are absolutely insane. Golden, if you ask me. And then with Lamar's accuracy, he's able to fit it into some tight places. Mark Andrews made some insane catches last year. He has some
Mark
speed
Andrews is a fantasy cheat code
for a tight. Yeah, he really is. He is
the red zone threat.
Yes, his speed obviously speaks for himself. He's fast for a tight end, if you ask me, and his route running ability is absolutely insane. I mean, obviously, you have Kittle, you have Kelsey, but I am going with Mark Andrews. He also just gets a lot more targets than those other two guys because, well, actually, Kelsey's going to get more targets this year because Hill is gone.
Yeah, that's who my pick is. I mean, it's Travis Kelce. Yeah. It's really just between Kittle, Kelsey, and Andrews. I'm going to go with Kelsey because kind of the same reason.
Those are the top three every year.
I mean, like, they've got receivers. Patrick Mahomes is amazing, but Kelsey is his safety blanket. He is, like, he's the go-to guy. And so he'll get so many targets. He'll be racking up stats.
He got tons of targets anyway, and he's now that Hill is gone, absolutely.
He's got a lot of time to make a case for being the greatest tight end to ever play the game. He's on
He
track.
really does because he has
Shannon
done.
Sharp
He's
even
done
said
so
that.
much already, but then like obviously
still young.
He's still young. He's got plenty of years left in the league. So who knows?
So I think I'm going to go with Travis Kelce, but both guys are going to be great for their teams, and Kittle's going to do great too. Kittle's quarterback situation's a little iffy.
That's the reason I didn't choose Kittle is because I'm not a believer in Jimmy Garoppolo, and then
Trey Lance hasn't proven
Trey Lance
himself.
is possibly going to be the starter. Yeah, he hasn't
No one knows.
proved himself, so no one knows. So I'm
Kind of
going with
surprised you didn't go with
Mark
Dalton.
Andrews.
Dalton Schultz, Cowboys, your guy.
Well, I'm also there's an iffy situation with quarterback there as well with
There
Dak
is.
Prescott.
And running back and everything
There
else.
is no question on the skill level of Dalton Schultz. Let me be clear. There is no question on the skill
He
level.
is
It's the
amazing.
quarterback. So
Moving
let's move on to wide receiver. My pick. It is not Devontae Adams. It is not DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay.
Stephon Diggs.
That's a good pick.
He has been an absolutely lethal route runner, and he has been, I feel like, sitting in the shadow of these other guys. Not saying he's been a bad receiver, but I feel like he's just been sitting top 5, top 3, top 5, top 3 for so long that he is due up for his breakout season. And obviously, he's in the same scenario as Josh Allen, I feel like, where he's got that chip on his shoulder. He's got something to prove, and he is going to absolutely light up secondaries this year. Like I said, he is one of the dirtiest route runners out there. He's fast, he's got phenomenal hands, and he has a good quarterback. Stephon Diggs is going to be the best receiver next year.
Yeah, and they've got like 3 other receivers you can catch too, so you can't just like triple team Stephon. So he'll be open, and he's a great pick because he's got a great quarterback. Obviously, this is another one that could go one of like 10 different ways because there's so many talented receivers in the league. I got to stick with my boy. I'm going to go with Tyreek because Tyreek's going to carry the Dolphins to their first AFC East Division Championship. Obviously, Tyreek, he talks too much on his podcast. He's not that good at podcasting.
If he wants to talk, he can come on our podcast.
He can come on our podcast,
which actually produces good content.
But I'm going to go with Tyreek. He's obviously the fastest wide receiver in the league. He's not the fastest man in the league anymore. We'll talk about that guy later.
I'm sorry that you lost that. You did.
You did. But he's a catch and run guy too. As a catch and run passer, obviously super accurate on short passes. I think Tyreek's just going to have a ton of targets, ton of production, and they can't double team him either. They have Jalen Waddle on the other side, Gesicki on the line as well. So my pick is Tyreek. Going to carry me to the division championship.
That's a solid pick because obviously that speed is unmatchable. Unmatchable.
And I got to ride with my
You
crew.
always have to respect it. Obviously, that speed is what ultimately killed the Bills in that in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, the divisional game.
And I feel like that's a good pick, but I'm sticking with Stephon
We
Diggs.
got a nice AFC East battle, I guess, with the wide receivers. Diggs and
Absolutely,
Hill.
absolutely.
They'll both be great this season.
Yeah.
All right. I think this one I'm pretty sure we both agree on this one. Pass rusher. We talk about him all the time.
I mean,
It's pretty much a given, guys.
Micah.
It's Micah Parsons, who is also
He's going to be the best defensive player, period.
Yeah, if he doesn't
in the
win
league.
Defensive Player of the Year, I'm going to stop watching NFL completely. Not really, but he should win Defensive Player of the Year if he has another season like he had last season. Stop giving it to Aaron Donald and start giving it to other people. Actually, wait, did TJ Watt get it this year?
Yeah.
See, he didn't deserve it either, in my opinion. It was still Micah. But
I think
Micah's
it
gonna
was
do
because
this
he
year.
tied the sack record
With
with his brother,
Randy,
JJ.
yeah, but that was in 17 games. With Randy Gregory gone, Micah will be rushing the quarterback more like he's supposed to. And
Exactly.
hopefully breaking that sack record.
I think, okay,
doable.
we've disagreed on all of these other ones, but as Cowboys fans, we have to come together on this one
This is
pick
the
of
one
Micah
good
Parsons.
guy on our team.
Yes, like I said, he's obviously the best player on our team, the one good guy on our team. We ride or die for our homies.
Yes, we
Micah
do.
is our homie.
And he's the fastest man in the league.
He proved that in the skills challenge. Like, I don't care that you want to tell me that Tyreek Hill jogged. Okay, so
Should've
you want
run.
to tell me that Tyreek Hill is not competitive? Okay, cool.
which he is. We both know he is.
That's your boy, Joseph. Just so you know,
No,
your boy.
he went all out. I saw him
Your
run. He
boy's
went all
not
out.
compete. He didn't even get down in a stance. He was
Yeah, he
just
did.
standing straight. No, he didn't.
Did he actually not?
No, he didn't even like put his hand. He like leaned down and then they started it and he just got up and ran.
The fact that he got beat by Micah, I still think he's the fastest receiver, and he's still going to carry the.
He's the
Dolphins.
fastest receiver, but the fastest man? No, that's
Micah
Micah.
Parsons, and we both agree on that pick. Micah carried the Cowboys hopefully to a Super Bowl this year. Probably not, but he'll carry him as far as he can. He can't play every position, sadly. Moving on to
Pass defender, pass coverager.
coverager.
Joseph, who do you have?
You know, this is kind of a tough one. I thought about saying Mika Fitzpatrick, but I don't think he's going to be as good this year because he got paid. I'm going to have to go with J.C. Jackson because I like where he's at. He's got... See, you do... It's the best cornerback for me is not about numbers. It's about who they lock down. And he has got chance after chance after chance to guard some of the greatest receivers in football because a lot of them are in that
division. Right.
He will be guarding Kelsey. He will be guarding Devontae Adams. He will be guarding... Well, the Broncos have like 3 good receivers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he'll have to be good all over the place. I like J.C. Jackson. I like where he's at. Obviously, he's out of Belichick's hold, and that normally makes players better, a.k.a. Tom Brady.
That really does. Okay, so Joseph said, I'm going to keep it in that division, and my pick is for the same reason that he chose Mr. Jackson. I chose Patrick Surtain. I think
He was really good last year.
he was really good last year, and obviously the Broncos' defense was absolutely insane last year.
Number 3 in the league.
Yes, number 3 in the league. And he is going to be even better this season. He's going to, obviously, same thing with J.C. Jackson. He's going to be facing all these good receivers, so he's going to have his chance to prove. Obviously, someone that came to mind was Jalen Ramsey, but I don't think he is as good as everyone makes him out to
Jalen Ramsey
be.
got cooked in the playoffs.
I
And in
agree.
the Super Bowl.
Jamar Chase.
If it wasn't for...
Jamar Chase had his number, dude.
If it
all
wasn't for
game
Aaron
long.
Donald, that would have been a touchdown, and it would have been Jalen's fault. They lose.
Yes, that's what saved them was the Bengals' trash O-line.
Yes.
That got obliterated literally every playoff game, not just the Super Bowl, every playoff game, but they managed to get past it, and then
Because the
obviously
AFC didn't have as good of a defense
they got
as
hit
the NFC.
by a brick wall, literally, when Aaron Donald showed
Von
up,
Miller and Aaron
threw him
Donald.
around. But I do think that Patrick Surtain will be the best pass defender next year.
Obviously, all these picks aren't set in stone, but these are who we looking right now at the league. This is who we think. But, the NFL is full of ups and downs, twists and turns. It could be anyone. We'll have a few breakout stars as well. The one we can count on, Micah Parsons, will be there.
And who knows? It might be some rando. Like last year, it was Cooper Kupp. Who on earth would have thought that Cooper Kupp would have been the best receiver last year?
And he could. Hey,
Not
it could
I.
be him again.
Yeah, it could be
he's
him again.
Very well.
Or it could be
suited
like
to do that.
some other random dude. Like
Hunter Renfrow. He could jump up there. I mean, he's the same as Cooper Kupp.
yeah,
Basically.
he's a lethal slot receiver. And obviously with Devontae Adams here, they've got somebody else to worry about. So they've got him, Darren Waller,
guy, Russell
Devontae
Gage.
Adams.
Russell Gage could have a big year.
Yeah, I
'cause
mean,
he's got
who knows?
Brady now. So this is going to be a
James
fun.
Washington could have a breakout year. He won't.
He won't. CeeDee Lamb though, it is his time to shine. Let's hope he can.
He's
do
wearing the
something.
legendary 88. Well,
If you
guess
wear
what?
88 as a Cowboy, you better.
This is your year
bring
to
it.
prove that you deserve to wear the number 88
Mm-hmm.
and that you deserve to be the number 1 receiver. Because
Exactly.
you have been sitting number 2 for a while. Here's your chance to be the best. Let's prove it.
We have confidence in our guys, except for Dak and Zeke. But other than that, this is going to be a great NFL season. Cowboys fans, just sit back and watch another average one. But for all the other divisions, you got the AFC is going to be exciting, and we are excited. So we're going to do a few more shows on the NFL upcoming because that is what the public likes, and that's what we're going to go with for now.
So,
Unless Kevin Durant makes a decision, then we might have to do a show on it.
here's who we like to end our shows on. Under review. we just have to bring it back full circle to Joey Chestnut.
That's Nick's guy, by the way, in case you haven't
Dude,
noticed.
he is my homie. You know, I was talking
He's a
to
champion.
him before the hot dog eating contest, and I was like, if you win it again this year, you can be on Under Review. And he was like, bet, dog. I'm going to eat
That's what
63
gave him the
hot dogs.
inspiration to do it while he had a broken leg, while he was like
He wasn't even,
throwing a protester.
you
down.
might not know this, but he was thinking about not competing this year because he had a broken leg. But then I called him Monday morning and I was like, hey, dude, you got to show up.
He did.
We need you there, dog. And guess what? He was there. So you're welcome.
delivered.
You're welcome, America. I gave you Joey Chestnut on Monday. So I brought to you a quote from my friend Joey Chestnut here to you all. If I'm going to get up on stage to eat hot dogs, I'm not going to do it to get third or fourth. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. He does it to get first. And what did he do? Get first.
He did. He brought it home just like
As per the usual.
the rest of the GOATs, guys. That's what makes him a GOAT. Championships. If you don't win the last game of the season,
Nobody cares.
And he did. And he will continue to do that
He will continue.
until he dies. Which we don't know when that's going to be because he does eat a lot of
Who
junk.
knows? Because he eats a lot all the time.
It's not recommended to eat like him.
Also, I just feel like this should be put out there. He has a civil engineering degree. So he is a man of intellect as well as a gobbler of the foods.
Yes, he
So,
is.
all of you that think he's like some slob or pig that eats all day, he's actually smart. He has a civil engineering degree. And
It's
that's what
actually true.
that's what I'm going to leave you with. We will see you next time.
Thank y'all for listening. Tune in next week here on Under Review.